Our hood stack is officially back, but let's show you how we got here.
This is so scary, dude.
In today's video, we're going to be making a hole in my $2,000 Cervini cowl hood. I'm going to show you the process of us removing our beloved old 55-gallon barrel that was used as our bed stack, while also showing off our new setup. And there's a lot of useful information here if you ever decide you want to do a hood stack setup. So with that, let's hop into the video and make sure to like and subscribe. Before we hop into the video, I'm just going to do a very quick overview of this hood stack. If you're looking to get this kit, you can find it linked in my bio. You can find this kit from True Blue Fab shop, and this is a really nice kit because it does come with a new band clamp for your exhaust, beautiful welds, and very affordable. A lot of the ones that I've seen online are like $650, $700, and they don't even come with these clamps. So the fact this one's only $450 seems like it's a pretty good deal. Plus, you guys would be supporting a small business. Overall, this thing is gorgeous and 10 times better than the last setup that I had. If you guys want to find this hood stack or you need any type of other fabrication needs, check out True Blue Fab's link that is in my description. Now, without further ado, we're gonna hop directly into this install. So to start off, we're gonna remove our 50-gallon bed stack drum, which we have bolted to the bed. This was probably, honestly, my most favorite part of having a bed stack. The chrome one, I was not a fan of. This is, I think, a little bit cooler. This was an awesome stack, so kind of sad. I'm more sad to see this go than I was my actual nice chrome tip and everything. All right, so now that we got that off, I'm gonna show you my exhaust piece that I use. So this right here might look like a familiar piece of metal because you've probably seen it on a chimney or if you've ever done HVAC. So I went and bought a piece of this, rolled it up tight, and just crammed it in my old exhaust pipe so that it would reach, because as you can tell, it doesn't reach. Yeah, like look at this. I got soot all in here. I got soot all through there, all back here. And this is another bad thing about a bed stack. Like it melts your stickers and stuff like that, stains everything. This thing, it actually chipped it. There was so much heat coming off of it. You can actually see right there on my cab wing, it actually had melted a chunk of the paint off. Oh yeah, you can see right there, yeah. You can see like the melting point. So that just bed stacks just suck all around. And I know it's probably like, well, what did you expect? That's a bunch of heat right next to the cab wing. Why'd you do it in the first place? I don't know, because it looked cool. It's time to uninstall the old exhaust. So we were able to successfully pull out the entire exhaust without cutting anything. I always just cut off the exhaust because it's so annoying trying to get all the sleeves and everything out of each other because everything welds themselves together. The little WD-40, and luckily I'm a very patient individual. It came out. Also, very quickly, I just want to let you guys know that our limited edition merch is available, and once this stuff's sold out, it's gone forever. You can see me wearing it in the entire video, and you can find them linked down in the bio. These are 50% cotton and 50% polyester blend, which makes these awesome because it's maximum comfortability and minimum shrinkage. On top of that, these designs are screen printed, so they're not your crappy heat press shirts. They're gonna last you guys years, and if you guys want yours, get them linked down below. Now with that, we're gonna continue the video. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would support me in purchasing merch, because that helps us continue making these videos. So the biggest thing that I'm nervous about putting this on is I'm hoping that it lands like somewhere there on this or here, and not on this ridge, because then that's going to be a huge pain in the butt. Like it's doable, but it's going to be so much more work, and I don't want that. So the last one that I had was about right here, so I'm guessing that's about where it's going to be for this next one. But yeah, let's find out. And I don't know, maybe I'm curious if this pipe is going to be enough to stick out of the top, if it just reaches enough or what, because the last one I had was so crappy and homemade. Let's throw her on and see where she lands. How the hell? All right, let me crawl up here. So we got it on, but it doesn't look like we're gonna have the easy way out of this, and I'll show you why. If you come over here, this is where it lands, and this is gonna be a pain in the absolute butt. It's gonna be on the back side of this where it lands. It's gonna land right on a ridge. It looks like it lands on both. It lands on this ridge and it lands on that. So that is gonna be the biggest pain in the butt to make look good. If it would have come out a few more inches like my last one, it probably would have been fine, but dang, that is gonna suck. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a little Dremel, and I'm gonna try and make just a bunch of small cuts. I already kind of marked out with the Sharpie as that was down, made a little hole around it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut around this, cut that off, put it back down, see where it hits, make another mark, and I'm basically gonna slowly shave and chisel away at this because I want this to look as clean as possible. Now there's 2 layers of this hood. Obviously we got this layer here and then the top layer on top. So that itself is gonna be very challenging. So I'm gonna have to go to a fabricator and have them like custom fabricate some pretty little overlays to go around my hole.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is gonna be scary. So yeah, let's get started. About to make our first incision on this very expensive hood. So fingers crossed, send me some prayers. Oh man. There's no going back. So let's see how close that cut is. That's right on the money. If you come over here, you can see right there, just barely that it clears. It looks like our first cut is a success. So now it's time to move on to our second cut, and that's basically how we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do a bunch of little staggered cuts to make sure everything clears. We're not gonna get greedy. We're getting there slowly but surely. I mean, we get about that much of the hood closing right now. So, I mean, it's a clean hole, but it's gonna look ugly at the same time just because it didn't necessarily land in a clean spot. You know, like let's say if the hood stack were just a few inches over on a flat spot, could have just drilled a straight hole, closed right on top of it, been done with it. But yep, this is our process. Phase 2. I'm pretty sure this is going to clear, and then now we just got to figure out on that second inside layer for the top piece where that's going to hit to make the rest of my hole. But I mean, I still got stuff in there. Woo-wee! I think I just need to sand a hair more at that like top oval piece, but it's pretty much done. But I don't know, rate my first hole, like scale of 1 to 10, how good or bad does that look? Like, I don't feel like it looks that bad, but a hole's a hole in a hood. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think so far of that. If it's pretty clean or not. Big brain moves over here. So what we ended up doing is taping the Sharpie. We found the center of the pipe. I put tape all across it, 1.5 inch center all around, poked a hole in it, stuck the Sharpie in the true center, and then we're gonna close the hood, and wherever that dot leaves a mark is where our center is at. Then from there, make the circle, goes right through, and we're done. So let's close the hood. Let it make a few dots. It looked like it moved a few times. All right, 1 hard press.
Dabbing is gonna move it around.
Oh, that hole's a lot different than the other holes.
Oopsies, I want 3.
It's all right. It's not a big deal. We'll manage. We'll manage. Close enough. It's better than what I would have. It's better than nothing. All right. So we've started to cut the hole up here, and this is the most terrifying thing ever. It's hitting right here, so I'm gonna have to make a cut here so it sits down all the way, and then I can finally make the rest of my cut. But this is like the most nerve-wracking part. This needs to look as pretty as I can because this is, everyone's gonna be looking, trying to see how bad the hole is. The inside, I think it's pretty decent for what it is, but the outside needs to be as perfect as I can get it. This is so scary, dude. Little update from last night. It got really dark, so it was hard to record everything, but We did end up wallowing out this hole a little bit better just because it was rubbing like right here on the edge whenever it closed down. Because this pipe isn't like perfectly straight up and angled and it's at a curve, it kind of needs walled out more. And yes, I could drop that down more so that it would technically be at a nice straight up angle. But the issue that we'd run into is it would then be hitting my dipstick. Right now, it's literally a tiny hairline gap between it. So if I were to drop this any more down, it'd be hitting that and I don't want to risk melting it. So this is basically where we're at today. It closes almost all the way down and still rubbing a hair right here. So I made a new template I'm gonna put on top, make it a little bit bigger because it also has to move over just a hair. But progress has been made, and here within the next few minutes after making this final cut, everything should clear and we'll officially have a nice and clean hood stack. And if you guys got any recommendations on who could make me a custom stack to basically go around this weird little angle here, drop a comment down below because we're gonna need a very good fabricator, someone who can help us figure out what to do here. And we are officially, I think, done. I have probably redone these holes each probably what, like 8 times?
Yeah, at least.
Because every single time we'd get it to close a little bit better, well, we would clear it here, but then we'd hit at the top. Then we'd clear at the top, and that would allow it to come down more, so then we'd have to shave off more here, shave off there more, blah, blah. We ended up just making kind of an awkward oval. I tried to make it as clean of an oval as I could. And then as far as the top, this should close. As far as the top, we ended up doing a 4 1/4 inch hole to go all around. It's kind of ugly right now just looking at it from this side angle. Not really. I wish I could have kept it smaller like it was. When we had that nice little 3-inch hole, that was great. Then we moved it to 3 1/2. Wasn't too bad, but we moved to 4 1/4 to make sure that we had enough room around the entire exhaust. When we blow smoke, it's not pushing it back in. I didn't want to have to deal with that again. So basically what I want to do is get a custom hood stack, something just short and sweet. I literally just want the stack to come up like that. Literally just 8 inches. And that's literally all I want to do as far as that. But we're going to go ahead and remove the tape. We're going to roll a little bit of coal. And we're going to see if I did a good job. Ooh, get a front shot.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
How I missed that beautiful, sweet, soothing sound of a hood stack. I don't know how fiberglass works. I'm curious how it does like against heat.
Oh.
Like I don't know if over time that's gonna brittle the fiberglass or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it for the first while.
Rip.
And the only way to test it out is to roll coal, so that's how we're gonna find out.
Much better. Oh yeah.
Does that look cool?
Yeah, of course.
No, yeah, the wind's like completely blowing it all that
It
way.
still looks really cool. I bet our neighbors love that.
It's not bad. It's not too bad. Making a little bit of a mess here, but yeah. So we're gonna end up putting like a little ring or something to reinforce it, because I already know that around that hole, the paint's gonna start chipping with all that heat. There's no clear coat around there, so with all the elements of weather and everything, I don't want that chipping out past that. So the faster that we can get a hood stack, a new custom one on this, the better. But stay tuned for that. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to have this hood stack back. I feel like that was a really big piece of me missing, and I'm glad to be back. I think it's gonna look really good whenever we get custom hood stack done, and it's still gonna look pretty nice because, I mean, it still looks clean, almost like there isn't a hood stack. and then you'll move like to this side, and then we'll just have a little short, literally like a 4-inch hood stack. I don't really want to go any bigger than that. But make sure you guys like, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and comment down below what you guys think. Did you guys like the bed stack better, or do you think that the hood stack is the king of exhaust setups that we've had so far?